everyone. I'm Daniel Cohn, the editorial director here at Spin, and we're here with the great LP. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for that intro. Nice. I like it.
Spin cover star LP, right?
There you
Let's
go.
not forget about that.
Yeah.
So you're just fresh off of playing a killer set to a pretty good-sized crowd in the afternoon.
Thank
and
you.
We're here to talk about mental health. So coming off, how do you hype yourself up coming on stage and like getting your mental space ready to go perform?
You know, that's a really good question because I really like, it's like kind of always like a new thing, especially in festivals because you don't have a sound check. So you don't know the parameters of the room really, it's kind of interesting to you don't know what the stage setup really, or like where, like how far people are from you behind the barrier, whatever. It's like, believe it or not, for me, it's like a whole, because it's like, it's about the connection and about like, what how I'm gonna like kind of convey my energy to people, So I just kind of try to be like at ease with like, and just know that like whoever's there, they're there to see you. Oh, not always in a festival. Sometimes you got the T-shirts of the people that are after you, in front of you. But I don't know. I'm just like it's just supposed to be a good time. So I just like try to. I try to be like a person that makes it easy,
Absolutely. How are you able to kind of get grounded again after being on stage? Because it's such a rush, such a buzz performing for 45 minutes to an hour that you're kind of like okay, it's time to decompress and things like that.
I don't know. I try to just just coast down on this like kind of. A little bit quiet in my dressing room, and just like kind of get my bearings on like the different size of the space, especially in a festival, you're like open space, I call it like screaming into a pillow, you're just like this just like this lost kind of thing. So I don't know, I try to it's just like a reset. Like a mental, like kind of, just remember why I'm here, like why I like chose to do this. I love it, and it's not always like the immediate feedback when you're in a festival. It's not always the same as like the immediate feedback after your own headlining show. So it's just like I try to take it too seriously afterwards.
It's a great way to do it. Because of that, do you feel like you're able to connect better with people after a show just by being so zen about it?
Yeah, I mean, I geared my life to do this, and when a person comes up to me, it's such an honor, to be honest. Like, I mean, it takes a lot for someone to come up to you, I rarely go up to anybody because it's embarrassing and it's vulnerable, but when someone comes up to me, I'm so like touched, by it that I just can't help but respond because it's the whole reason I did it. There's no other reason why I did this except to like have people enjoy my songs and my my voice, and that's all I want.
What's some of the most rewarding fan feedback you've heard?
Sometimes when somebody says they got through something with my music, like that's pretty intense, That's one of the most beautiful ones, They just like, or like they share it with their kids or their family, like the families that come together. That's pretty special, So like,
and I would imagine that you take that position or that role as being a role model for them pretty seriously.
Role model feels a little bit like too much, like too arrogant. Like,
fair enough.
So anyway, it's like
you're not doing a PSA already.
Yeah, it's like. But no, if that's the case, then I'm honored,
That's great. So what advice would you give a young artist who's on the rise and is having some mental health issues while they're on tour? What would be the best piece of wisdom you could give them?
Talk to people, if you, like whoever you have that you could talk to, whether it be someone in your band, in the crew, talk to them, and don't be ashamed to say, hey, I'm like struggling, because it's like, I think people more, hopefully more often than not, someone would be like, wow, like they're like, thank God you said something, I think it's because sometimes like people like, especially when you're in a position when you're doing well or whatever, you know, you're the quote unquote star of that place. They think like, you got it made, man. You're like untouchable. Like everyone loves you. How could you ever be, you know, upset? But like, if you're like, you know, I feel isolated. I feel alone. I feel, because it's very lonely, you know. I think and it's work, you know. Like it's not like like people think because you're doing this with your life that it's a fucking party all the time. It really isn't. It's like a lot of work. It's a lot of you know, concessions of like you know, what you really want to be doing at that moment, which I don't mean like, you know, I mean like where you know, you wish you could just like be alone for a second and you're not alone, and you know, I've had times before I'm going to go on stage, I'm like, ah, shit, I wish I could just watch a movie right now because I don't have that thing, you know. Like I've like gone out in front of like 8,000 people and been like, all right. You're like, oh, yeah, you know, and I don't know, it's scary, but talk to people, you know, and find people, you know. I mean, I think like my band they're wonderful people, you know, and my crew and everybody. Like I feel like I could kind of roll up to any of them, you know, and I've like I've, you know, curated them like that too, you know. Your crew and your band are your family, and I think they should be like treated as such and relied on as such, you know.
Yeah, I think it's important for when you have a band that you are a family, and that's your support network for months
you know,
at
and
a
you
time.
spend time with them. I don't care at any level. If I got crazy big, I still feel like that, you know. Yeah,
it really is a touring family. You all go through stuff together, ups, downs.
Yeah, it's like when I have like guys that like maybe don't want it, or women that don't want to do it anymore, you know, it's just like, yeah, don't do it, because like, you know, like I want you happy. I want you here and happy. I would like, because like just a way too long to be like kind of like pushing yourself to do that, you know.
Yeah, it's very insightful to hear you say that, because I'm sure someone out there listening right now, watching, is gonna take note and like, you know, move, maybe shift or cease things a certain way that'll help them, especially.
So I don't know, you know. I just know that like, if you feel good around people, it's good. If you don't, it's not good. And if you have someone in your sphere that is like wielding the energy in the wrong way, take note and get it out. You know, you want good energy around you all the time. Not people that are kissing your ass, but good energy, you know?
Oh, for sure. Well, LP, thank you so much for coming by. Is there something you want to tell everyone out there over here in the camera land?
You know, I mean, just enjoy, man. You're only here for a minute, you know? You know, if you got to any kind of like level of something, you know, just like be nice to yourself. I beat myself up my whole life, you know? But I think like I try to like be nice to myself more. That's it.